So, one thing that I can tell you about South African content creating is that it is the same old pish posh, bombs, girls, two men's operation. And one thing that they forget is that there are also people who like cars. So, I'm going to step in for that role. And another thing about the car content creation is that they are too political. I'm going to say it for the heart drenching truth that needs to be said. I'm not going to be political and I'm not going to be biased. That is a lie. I will be biased because I like certain cars. But at the end of the day, I will try to bring in a little bit of humor if I can. Yeah. But anyways, so unlike your average polo driver who's like at every single high school he can find, I will be reviewing different cars aside from the polos and the M2s and the what's. Damn it. Aside from those cars, I will be reviewing every single car that I can get my hands on. Be it sports cars, be it sedans, be it hatchbacks. And speaking of hatchbacks, let me introduce you to not the all new, but the 2023 Suzuki Swift with an amazing amount of horsepower that I could probably give you, which is 82 brake horsepower. Also, um, it also has a 1.2 naturally aspirated engine. Okay, I'm joking. It's not naturally aspirated, but it is a 1.2 three-cylinder engine. I have the GL model. This is a base model, mind you, meaning its technology is not like we would expect it. It doesn't have modern Bluetooth. You have to install it. It doesn't come with the radio when you buy the car off of the dealership, which is really, I hate that. Another thing that I could also say that it doesn't have CarPlay for those who like having their music also play along with the car. There are a lot of things that are missing, but at the same time, for the things that are missing, it does make up in performance. It makes up in boot space as well compared to the 2019, 2018 Suzuki Swift. This has got a lot more boot space than any other Suzuki that I personally know of because it's absolutely amazing. There are a few things you don't get, like in its base model, you do not get mirrored uh, indicators or blinkers. There, you don't get any sports lights that are supposed to be here. And there, if you don't mind this was missing in a wreck. It got into a wreck with an Isuzu, but for a car like this, it's pretty strong. And that brings me to my next point where I could say that this is a really, really reliable car to actually have. This is a pretty strong car. And before the Chinese markets took over, this, the Japanese had taken the market by storm. If I'm not mistaken, even till today, the Japanese market still has the number one most cars being sold, and that company being Toyota. But we will review a Toyota in a different video, not this one. The only thing that I can say is that once you drive this car, you will fall in love with it. It's not going to be a car where you're driving and be like, I don't like it. This car is a car that you would fall in love with. And I could compare it to many other cars. It's just that I do not have another car to compare it with now. Because one thing that I've noticed with our South African market is that everybody is just focused on the peromobiles and more peromobiles and the blesser cars. If you don't know what I'm talking about the peromobile, M2s, M3s, C63s, A45s, and they kind of forget about cars such as the Suzuki. We have the Suzuki Swift Sport, but I don't have any access to that car yet. Just give me time and we will go way more deeper into the sport, into the sport versions of these cars. Like I was saying,
People, when it came these days, when it comes to like car reviews and everything, everybody is just on some, I don't want to offend a specific company because I want to look good. Like, dude, like, just be honest with the car, with the company. Just be absolutely honest, because yeah, it's sure you don't want to like damage the brand's image, but at the same time you want to make sure people spend what they're paying for, not in a sense of like, oh, we're just doing 1 2 3 for the car and the car should just look good and always. No, you have to mention its bad and its goods. Like I mentioned the bad parts of this car. This car lacks technology. More for a car, more especially for 20 what can I say, a car from 2023, it lacks a whole lot of technology. Its speedometer is only one. There's only like one dial. I'll show you just now in a couple of seconds. It's only one thing that it has, which is literally the speedometer, and that's it. Your petrol gauge is digital, so your petrol gauge, your time, and the kilos. It's just one dial. That's it. It doesn't have a rev count. It doesn't have a place where you can calculate the temperature of the oil. It's simply just something that's very minimalistic, and this is the base. This is the base model. It's not like any other ones. This is the base model, not standard, not high range. So that's why it has all of these things, limiting almost every single ounce of technology that it has. But at the end of the day, it's still a really good car, fuel efficient, very fuel efficient, but it's not that fuel efficient when it comes to long distances. Because when it comes to long distances, going to Limpopo and Joburg, I spent 800 to go there. I spent 800 on a full tank of gas, and I managed to get to Limpopo, but I only had like 3 bars left. On a Mercedes, GWM, BMW, I could pour around 1.5. In fact, no, let me not even say 1.5. I could pour $1,000 and manage to go to Limpopo. It's not going to be a full tank of gas, mind you. It's not going to be a full tank of gas, but I can make it to a specific distance and still have a lot of gas to come back with just 1,000. That's if you drive it the right way. I'm not saying you just pour that amount, you can go and come back. If you drive the car the right way, in the most fuel efficient way possible, you could make sure that you make it there and back. But if you're going to drive like a maniac because you have a sports car, obviously your gas is going to finish. Same applies with this car. If you're going to drive it like it is a sports car, I can guarantee you that your gas is going to finish. But at the end of the day, this is one amazing car to drive. When we move onto this side, we literally have obviously your cigarette lighter, and then we have buttons. Unlike these lazy designers where they just like put on the screen and they're like, yeah, here you go. I didn't realize that my handbrake was not up. But unlike these modern cars that they just like slap on a screen and they're like, yep, dashboard, interior, that's it. Like, I miss this. Like, this is what we need. Now, the way how this car makes you feel, aside from it being like all over the road in the streets of South Africa, this car is like almost everywhere. There's a Suzuki Swift. Okay, that one is not a Suzuki Swift. It looked like one, but it's not. There's a Suzuki Swift. There's a Suzuki Swift. Like, this car is very affordable. That's one thing that I can say about this car. It is extremely affordable, and it is a good car to actually own. Really good. Now, how this car makes you feel? This car makes you feel like a responsible adult. Even though you are young, it makes you feel like you're way more responsible. Unlike, yeah, you know the car I'm talking about. That car just makes you feel like a young boy that's ready to spend your money recklessly. And I'm talking about the Polo, not the GTI. The GTI is, however, a little bit of a different story, but the Polo specifically, those ones are trying to force their way into the market. But let me not speak about that. That is something that I shall not speak about. But this car makes you feel responsible. It makes you feel like you care about the economy. Even though you don't care about the economy, this car makes you feel like you should care about the economy. Do I care about the economy? To a specific point, yes, I do. But that is besides the point. I don't really have much to say on how this car makes you feel, but there are many other things. Hopefully with the next car that we review, I spoke to somebody and they had completely agreed on me reviewing their car. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you do not subscribe, you're a hater. If you do not subscribe, you are one of my ops, bro. Okay, I'm joking, you're not an op. Having an op needs you to have money, and I don't have money to have ops. So one thing that I can say is that hopefully y'all guys like, comment, subscribe, stay safe on the roads. The things that you guys see other people doing, speeding and all that, please, I do not condone it whatsoever. Please be safe on the roads. Make sure that you ensure that other people's safety is number one. Prioritize your safety and the safety of others on the road. So make sure you stay safe, stay lovely, and don't be a Polo driver by standing outside typical high schools. And the Starlight, I would really love to review that car. I see you guys can see it at the back, but we will review it another time. Stay safe, stay lovely, and Bombay Reviews Cars is...
Rack up, stack up, invest in the steps. Rack up, stack up, invest in the steps. Rack up, stack up, invest in the steps. Rack up, stack up.